your guide. I will be your guide.
Hello, I'm Michelle Anderson with Lovelogical. Lovelogical is non-biological relationships equal to or lovingly surpassing those of a biological nature, and our tagline is DNA not required. Today I am here talking with author Kevin D. Hofmann, author of Growing Up Black, N.I.N. White. Hello, Kevin.
Hi. Hey.
Kevin was adopted in the 1960s by his family. And Kevin, just tell the audience something about yourself.
Well, like you said, I was adopted by a white family in Detroit. And actually, I was born 2.5 weeks after the riots in Detroit in '67. And 3 months later, was adopted by a white minister, his wife, and their 3 biological children. So I'm the youngest of our 4 children. And we grew up in Detroit in the late '60s and '70s. In an interesting time and place to grow up as a multicultural family.
When I first talked to you on the telephone, you said some things to me that I was like, wow, and it brought back memories of the 1960s. Mm-hmm. But being in your position as a Lovelogical child within the home and growing up in Dearborn, Michigan, in the 1960s, right. And you were saying that you had crosses burned on your lawn and you know, the things that your parents actually had to endure just because they had love in their hearts, you know, right. And they took you in as a child. How old were you when your family adopted you?
I was 3 months old when they took me home, and at that time they lived in Dearborn, Michigan. Mm-hmm. And in the 60s, Dearborn was known for being very openly against having people of color live in Dearborn. We got off on a technicality because we weren't a family of color.
I think that it's amazing that your family had the strength to do what they did in the 1960s. Yeah. Because it was not something that a lot of people had the strength to do.
Right.
So you truly grew up in what we see as a Lovelogical household because your parents had the heart to endure everything that they endured to raise you, and you are their son.
Right.
You are their son, and your mother is still an advocate.
Oh, yeah.
Even in today's world, she's still an advocate.
Right.
What was it that she recently did here in Toledo that's really made a difference in the lives of other people? Because she has a whole Lovelogical world around her.
Right. So now she runs a house in a small community just south of Toledo where they take in young ladies that have been trafficked all over the United States. Mm-hmm. And Toledo is actually one of the hubs of the United States for trafficking women. So my mom set up with a community that she works with, they set up a house and they take in and help these women get back on their feet.
See, you're just amazing parents, and even you are amazing because as growing up Lovelogically, you have a heart where you've reached out to others as well.
Right.
You've mentored.
Yeah.
You were on Wendy's.
Yeah, Wendy's Wonderful Kids.
Yeah, the foundation with Wendy's, and you sit on so many different board of directors, and you're a speaker on the National Adoption Circuit as well. Right. Correct?
Right.
So it's so much, and then you mentor. Mm-hmm. You have the young lady who you mentor now.
Right.
So you are truly Lovelogical. So when you heard about Lovelogical and you reached out, tell me what your thoughts were.
Oh, when I read the definition, I thought, wow, that's our family, Mm-hmm. I mean, we are this, atypical family that somehow made it work, And me and my mom talk all the time today, and that was the struggle for our family was where can we go to fit in? And especially in Detroit and the history that Detroit has with the races, there was no place for us to go. So, we moved from living in a black community to living in a white community because at that time there were no diverse communities. And so, yeah, it was tough growing up to find a place where our unusual family fit in.
But you found it.
Yeah, I guess there were some struggles there.
Mm-hmm.
Where I felt comfortable, my brothers didn't, and when they felt comfortable, I didn't. And
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah, it was not easy. And we're called a transracial family. It's typically a white family that adopts children of
mm-hmm.
color. And there weren't any before us telling us or helping us, giving us guidance of how to make that work. So we did the best we can. We had some successes, had some struggles, no doubt.
Okay, Kevin. So as I say, I appreciate you talking to me today. Kevin will be sharing his story on Lovelogical.com. If you look on Lovelogical.com under families, you'll see a series of stories, and we're looking to add more and more stories every day. So if you would actually share your story with us, go to info@lovelogical.com, submit up to 4 family photos, and we're looking forward to hearing your story because, of course, always with Lovelogical, DNA is not required. Thank you.